Welcome to Open History channel. Be sure to subscribe and like so you don't miss out on more video like this one.
Joseph Merrick, known as the Elephant Man, died on April 11, 1890. Seeking a normal night's sleep, he lay down for the first time, but the weight of his head fatally crushed his airway at age 27. Nazi ideology saw Soviet women in combat as evidence of a degenerate system. Fact: Heinrich Himmler ordered their immediate execution upon capture, denying them prisoner of war status. In 1863, Peter, an enslaved man in Louisiana, escaped to freedom. This image of his scarred back became a powerful symbol, exposing the horrific reality of slavery to the entire world. Jennifer Aniston for a photo shoot of Season 1 of Friends, 1994. Around 5 millennia ago, this individual was laid to rest in a deliberate, respectful burial. Fact: the straight, supine position and individual grave offer bioarchaeologists vital clues about prehistoric social structures and ancient diets. At the Schermeck camp in 1944, German guards used a brutal torture called the Act to break French resistance women. Claire Duret and others endured horrific physical abuse designed to destroy their dignity. Newly engaged in 1953, John F. Kennedy and Jacqueline Bouvier share a poised moment before becoming one of America's most iconic political couples. In January 1944, pregnant French women like Marguerite Roussel were detained in secret German camps. These prisoners faced cruel medical evaluations as the Reich sought to eliminate what they called the seed of traitors. In 1597, 26 martyrs were crucified in Nagasaki, marking a period of intense religious persecution in Japan. Fact: these individuals became symbols of faith, leading to their eventual canonization by the Church centuries later. Sergei Lupov's 1928 painting depicts a Red Army detachment marching during the Civil War, echoing later victories like Odessa in 1920 and Kursk in 1943. In June 1902, 19-year-old Mary Sullivan faced a tragic 4-day labor. Without modern medicine, she lost her baby and died shortly after from infection, a somber reminder of the fatal risks women once faced in childbirth. In May 1858, this portrait captured Abraham Lincoln as a humble lawyer, years before he became the 16th president. The image reveals a younger, beardless Lincoln, long before the heavy burdens of the American Civil War changed him. The shambles in York, with its narrow medieval streets and overhanging timber buildings, inspired Diagon Alley in Harry Potter, seen here in the late 1800s and today. In 1951, Elizabeth Taylor fell for Montgomery Clift on the set of A Place in the Sun. Though his heart belonged elsewhere, their bond became a lifelong tale of unconditional love and loyalty until his tragic death in 1966. In 1951, SS Colonel Werner Brauner was executed for his role in massacres during the war. Fact: despite his high rank and the atrocities committed under his command, his final moments were reportedly marked by fear before meeting justice in a prison yard. One of Titanic's final lifeboats rode through the dark Atlantic toward RMS Carpathia, moments after the 1912 disaster that shocked the world. Liberace's Sherman Oaks home featured a custom piano-shaped swimming pool built in 1953, a flamboyant reflection of the entertainer's signature style that still remains today. Isaac Sprague, known as the Living Skeleton, began losing weight at age 12. Despite a healthy appetite, he weighed only 43 pounds by age 44 and carried a flask of milk just to stay conscious. A couple gets into their BMW Isetta through the front door, 1950s. A German soldier wears a makeshift winter camo net to survive the brutal Eastern Front. Fact: these improvised face veils were used to break up the human silhouette and protect against frostbite in sub-zero temperatures. A young Dennis Hopper poses with glamorous model and actress Jane Mansfield in the 1950s, capturing a moment of classic Hollywood allure and rising stardom. In 1945, Eddie Slovik was the only U.S. soldier executed for desertion since the Civil War. Fact: to maintain order during the Battle of the Bulge, General Eisenhower approved the death penalty after Slovik repeatedly refused to fight. The lobotomy, once a medical miracle, became a dark chapter in psychiatry. Between 1930 and 1950, over 40,000 people in the U.S. were silenced, their personalities erased by severing brain connections. In 1943, 18-year-old Katya Sokolova was captured near Smolensk and forced into grueling labor. For 14 hours a day, she scrubbed German uniforms in freezing water, her hands bleeding and frozen. In the 5th century BC, Hanno the Navigator explored the West African coast and encountered hairy wild people he called gorillis. His men captured and killed 3 females, bringing their skins back to Carthage as proof. Eliza Blasina wears an elaborate horsehead headdress, showcasing the theatrical and eccentric flair of 19th century burlesque costume design. Historical records debunk the myth that General Bagration abandoned his troops in 1799. Fact: he led 20 bayonet charges and held his ground for hours, earning rewards for his bravery during the retreat. A family enjoying an outing in their Humber cycle car, circa 1905. Beekaud. In 1890, the 13th century Watergate Tower in Southampton stood as a complete medieval gateway. Today, only ruins remain of this once formidable fortification that served as a cornerstone of the city for centuries. A Victorian family poses for a formal studio portrait in 1890, preserving a cherished moment of lineage and dignity. The couple's short stature, likely due to dwarfism, offers a rare glimpse of everyday family life beyond the stereotypes of the era. Rosa Shanina, known as the unseen terror of East Prussia, was a lethal Soviet sniper with 59 confirmed kills. Motivated by her brother's death, she became the first female sniper awarded the Order of Glory. In 1880, the Maliki Maidan cannon in India was so massive a man could curl inside its 5-foot bore. Fact: weighing 55 tons, this secret alloy weapon featured a muzzle shaped like a lion devouring an elephant. Tragedy by the Sea, 1954, captures a young couple on a California beach moments after their toddler vanished into the surf, a Pulitzer-winning image frozen between hope and heartbreak. In July 1962, 20-year-old Audrey Bachberg vanished from Wisconsin, leaving behind 2 children and a life of abuse. After 62 years as a missing person, she was found alive in 2024 at age 82. American paratrooper Joseph Merrick survived 7 POW camps. Declared dead in the USA, he escaped his captors and joined the Soviet Army to continue the fight against Germany. Cheng Benhua was a Chinese resistance fighter. Despite suffering horrific abuse by Japanese captors, she smiled defiantly in this photo just moments before her execution in 1938. In Naqsh Rostam, Iran, a 1,700-year-old carving shows Persian King Shapur once humiliating Rome. Emperor Philip the Arab kneels for peace, while Valerian stands as a prisoner after his defeat in 260 AD. Records from the 1700s and 1800s show enslaved and free black men quarried stone, cut timber, and rebuilt the U.S. Capitol after 1812, shaping the nation's most iconic building. During World War I, soldiers used dazzled trees, expertly crafted fake trunks to hide in no man's land. Installed secretly at night, these hollow decoys allowed observers to spy on enemy trenches while remaining completely invisible. Ava Gardner and first husband Mickey Rooney, 1940s. Temple Bar, London's last historic gateway, evolved from a 1293 chain to a grand 1672 stone arch. Once a grim sight for displaying traitors' heads, it was moved in 1878 and returned to St. Paul's in 2004. In September 1944, German soldiers captured a British officer in Arnhem who had attempted to escape disguised as a Dutch civilian. This moment highlights the desperate risks taken during the failed Operation Market Garden. Donald Pleasance, once a pacifist, flew 50-plus RAF raids before being captured and tortured in a Nazi POW camp. He later channeled his trauma into stardom, ironically finding world fame as a prisoner in The Great Escape. In 1968, Tate and Polanski were Hollywood's elite. Just a year later, Sharon's brutal murder by the Manson family shattered their lives and ended the era of 1960s innocence. In February 1945 at Yalta, Stalin watches with a smile as Churchill grabs a fresh cigar. Behind this light moment, the leaders were deciding the fate of post-war Europe and the future of a divided Germany. In 1914, cousins Kaiser Wilhelm and Tsar Nicholas exchanged Willy-Nicky telegrams to avoid war after the Sarajevo assassination. Fact: while the Kaiser believed war was averted, his chancellor secretly pushed for conflict behind his back. Staithes was once a major North England fishing port. Its cottages, huddled against the cliffs for shelter, have faced a relentless battle with the North Sea, losing many homes to coastal erosion over the centuries. In 1966, Raquel Welch and Marcello Mastroianni shared a quiet, stylish moment on Rome's Via Veneto, epitomizing the elegance of the La Dolce Vita era. Construction of the Hindenburg began in 1932, marking the peak of German engineering. Fact: the massive Zeppelin spanned over 800 feet and took 4 years to build using a rigid duralumin frame. In the 6th century BC, Queen Tomyris of the Massagetæ defeated the invading Persian forces. To avenge her son, she killed Cyrus the Great in battle, securing her legacy as a legendary warrior of Central Asia. Elizabeth Custer was fascinated by Wild Bill Hickok, describing him as a man of remarkable nerve. To her, he embodied the raw, magnetic energy of the frontier and the daring spirit of the Old West. This photo reveals the incredible reach of the DUKW's ladder. Originally designed for logistics, these versatile amphibious vehicles were ingeniously modified to help commandos scale the sheer cliffs of Normandy on D-Day.
Thanks for watching. Got an idea for a forgotten era I should explore? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to make it.